Hello, this is Eric with Eric's Gear, and I'm continuing my uh, Rubik's Cube solutions. So this time I have a 3x3x2. I've shown you how to do the 2x2x2, the 3x3x3, and even the 2x2x3. So this one is not as tough as this one, not as easy as this one, and tougher than this one, because this one only has one polarity problem and this one has two polarity problems. Well, I'll get to that. So I'm just going to go ahead and do my usual rotate the heck out of this to get it messed up. So you can see that you can't do a 90-degree this way, but you can do it this way. So I also can't do it that way. So this has some rotational problems to it that get into the solve and why there are so many polarity issues with this. If you know your 4x4, you'll know that you have polarity issues with it. But this one has some severe polarity issues, and hopefully I can get at least one of them, if not both of them, in the solve here so I don't have to backtrack. Okay, so as usual, I like to get the whites going first instead of the yellow. And with this one, I forgot to show you, but the colors actually match here. So if I get lost for any reason, I can use this one to show me where the color sides are, but I don't normally have that problem. So let's just get going. Okay, so we've got one white here, and we need our other white pieces, and we'll just flip them over. And just for kicks and grins, we got orange and red, so we need to get our green in the right spot, and then red and whoops, okay, and then we managed to get this one in the right spot too. And because of my lighting difficulties with clouds going over the sun, at times you can't really, hey, the camera finally compensated. Okay. So now we know that our everything is in the right position, so we will go ahead and get started on solving this the rest of the way and getting our corners in the right spots. So let's see here. Best way to do that is just to flip it over, flip it over, flip it over, flip it over again. And that didn't actually solve this, but it should have gotten these two so that I can rotate them into some other orientation and get things going. Okay, so I want to get this one going. So if I do this and get that the opposite corner, I can flip that over, flip that, and that's not going to work. But I got that one going, so I'm not going to cry about it. Okay. So we've got all but two pieces here. That's fine. I'm going to start on the other side and get this going. So we've got two of the edges in the correct position, but not these two. So I'm going to rotate it so that there's only one color in position, and then the other three are out of position. So we need to do our positioning algorithm, which is the same as on a 3x3, and that gets us going there, but then it ruined one of the corners. So that's why I was not too concerned about these two being out of position, because with the 180s your corners are going to get thrown out of whack all over the place all the time. That's how fun this thing is. So it's not too horribly complex, but it can get that way real quick. And so this one should be, yeah, it's still not, I gotta quit doing that. Okay, so the real way to do this, because obviously that one's not working, and I gotta get this white on the right side. Okay, so the real way to do that, and this is going to be a bit of a trip, is we're going to put this one here. So we're going to do our 180, flip this out of the way, and instead of flipping this one back, we're going to move that one over here and then flip it back. And now we have that one in position. We kept this one, and this one also, I think that one was in position before, or maybe not. Let's see here. So you got this one. So this one was put there incidentally because of the way that things moved. So we're going to flip this over and not worry about that one yet, because we still have a couple of pieces here that are out of whack. So we need to get them in position. And I think we have a polarity issue here, because on this side, if you don't have a polarity issue, the out of position pieces should be right next to each other on the same edge instead of diagonal. So let's just do that algorithm again. We need to get the yellow, green, and red. Yellow, green, and red should go there. So if we put that there, so we got yellow, green, and red. And now, just for fun, we've got these two out of position and everything else is in position. And then that one we need to do, so we're going to do the opposite. It's the same algorithm, just on the opposite side. So flip that up. And what do we, okay. So we didn't actually have a polarity issue. We just had things in the wrong positions, and we just had to do the algorithm and add extra time. So that was pretty simple, and no polarity issues. So you can see it is a little bit of a mind twisters, since you have to do like the corner switch in order to do both sides at the same time. So I'm going to try and get this into a situation where we have a polarity problem, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and this should have a polarity issue to it. So you can see that all of the edges still line up. So I'm going to start fixing the corners, and we'll see what happens. So one of the tricks to this is when you're doing this method, this algorithm, these two corners get messed up, but these two corners stay the same. So since these are solved in the right position, I'm not going to do anything with these. I'm going to leave them in the back row here. So everything else gets to move. Okay. So that one goes here. So that's solved now. Now orange and blue. Now that's all solved. Oh, and like I thought, that is our parity issue right there. You need at least 3 pieces out of place in order for that algorithm to work. So we only have 2 pieces. In order to get that fixed, to fix that polarity issue, we have to turn this center piece 90 degrees. And so we're going to do that by flipping that and just relocating all of our center pieces, and they all still line up, but now the corner pieces are out of whack. So we still have these two corner pieces that are good, and these 2 that are out of whack. So they go in the back row, the back of the bottom there, and everything else has to get fixed. So blue and orange, blue and orange. Okay. And then now we've got green and red. Green and red. Now green and red and blue. So that's red and blue. And now our green and white is in this corner, and that needs to go up here. So I'll do the algorithm the other direction. And there you go. So if you ever run into that problem where you have 2 pieces out of whack, you need to change your centerpiece 90 degrees. And before I did the solve on camera, I solved this just to make sure that I still knew how to do it, and it turns out that I didn't, so I had to rediscover that algorithm, and I ended up having 2 of the polarity issues at the same time. So the way to solve the other polarity issue is to change the yellow 90 degrees instead of the white. And now that I think about it, maybe those 2 polarity issues can't happen at the same time. I don't know, but You'll just have to play around to make sure to see if that's actually true. So there you go. You have the idea of how to solve this, even if I didn't explain it all that well. And hopefully that was interesting for you. Talk to you later. Bye.